Welcome to Acutely Amanda. I'm Amanda. Today I'm working on something really exciting. It's the final phase of a big decluttering project that I've been working on, which is dealing with all of my physical photos. So my father unfortunately passed away several years ago, and this last summer my brother gave me a box of his things that a cousin had found and given to him, and then he gave to me, and it contained a bunch of photos in it. And I decided that I should digitize those photos and, not get rid of all of the physical ones, but get rid of some of them and hold on to just select ones that I wanted to keep. And I thought this was a great opportunity to further to digitize the rest of all of my physical photos as well. So since last July, and it is now the end of February, I have been working a little bit each week at digitizing these photos, and now I am finally done, so it's time to organize the physical photos that remain. I wasn't super strict with myself about keeping versus getting rid of. I really went with my gut, and if I felt an emotional attachment to a physical photo when I touched it, I kept it, and if I didn't, then I got rid of it. And I had this photo album from when I was in high school. I was kind of low-key hoping I would fit it all into, well, it's 300 photos, and they didn't quite fit everything that I wanted to keep in it, so I picked up an additional photo album that holds 100 photos. It's a little bit smaller. So they were in a lot of piles all over the place, so they weren't in particular order, so I just kind of slid them into the photo album as I worked on them. So now, and the extras I put in these Ziploc bags. So now I need to organize them into vague chronological order as best as I can into these photo albums. So that's what I'm working on today, and then I'll be able to just put these two photo albums onto my bookshelf, and I'll be able to pull them out and look at them whenever I want. I'm really excited about this being done. I want to quickly show you the scanner that I used to digitize all of the photos also. So I used the Doxy Go SE. So this is the box it comes in, and this is what the actual scanner looks like. It's really small. You just feed the photos into it directly, and the software automatically just gives it to you as a JPEG that you can, well, you can choose whatever file format you want, but JPEG's best for photos. And it's already pre-cropped and everything. It's not like a flatbed scanner. It's all set and good to go. And so you can scan this without using any wires, and then you just attach it to your computer later when you're ready to save it. You can save directly to the cloud or to your computer, whatever you want. So that's what I used, and it worked really well. Okay, so now I'm going to readjust this camera so you can see what I'm working on, and I'm going to sort and organize these photos. family photos are in these two albums. Ooh. I need the ring light more because the sunset, because this took me longer than I was expecting. I will say the smaller album feel like, I'm not sure how much I like it, but we'll see how it does once I put it on the shelf. But everything is protected now. You know, originally I had hoped everything would fit into a 300 photo album, and basically it took almost full of 400. I have 2 slots left in this, and this holds 100. So it was a little bit more than I was expecting. I know some people would say, why are you even keeping any of the physical photographs since you've digitized them all? I mean, I think that's the thing with emotional decluttering, is that I think it's important to be kind and gentle with yourself and take your time. I have found with some of my emotional sentimental stuff that if I do an initial pass where I'm very gentle and kind with myself and then give it another year or so, when I look back, there's more I'm willing to pull. So that might happen the next time I flip through one of these albums. I might say, oh, I guess I don't need all of these. I might find that I'm looking at the digital photos more, and that's fine. But you can really hurt your progress if you are overly tough on yourself and force yourself to get rid of things that you're not quite ready to get rid of yet. That can actually be detrimental. It can make you afraid to declutter in the future. That is actually a tip that I learned from Hoarder's Heart YouTube channel. She's really great, and I have been having much more success with that because I'm more willing to touch and go through my sentimental stuff if I know that I'm not going to be really tough on myself with it. So then I do make some progress, and as I organize and set up boundaries for myself, like now I have this nice boundary, I've got these 2 photo albums, then I will often find when I go back in the future, I'll say, oh, actually I'm not as emotionally attached to that as I thought I was going to be, and I'm more willing to get rid of things. But bare minimum, if anything, God forbid, was to happen to these photos, now they are digitized, and so I don't have to stress about that, which is nice, especially when it's things like I'm not sure how I feel about the quality of this album. Well, it's okay because I do have the digital versions as well. So those are just all things to keep in mind. I will say, if you have family photos, do your best to try to go through them with your family while they're still with you, because that is helpful for remembering things like what order things happened in and such. Now, I will say that one bonus of going through it on my own was that I didn't have somebody else's emotional attachments to deal with. It was just mine, so that made it a lot faster. I have a friend who's digitizing right now. She's kind of just having to digitize everything because that's what her parent wants. So it was helpful to not have to worry about how someone else might feel, but still doing an initial pass with your family while they're still with you will help you understand the memories and things and get things in order. And then whenever they unfortunately do pass away, then you will have that information available to you, and it will probably make doing your own pass a little bit faster. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and please hit like and subscribe and give me a comment and let me know how do you deal with your family photos. Bye.